No, not yet. I thought I should show you first.
Kayla, my sister-in-law, shot me a sharp, disdainful look. She said this as if she was about to throw the glass of water on the table at me. This happened when we gathered at a fancy restaurant for a family dinner. My father-in-law, Dolph, had mentioned that he had some important news to share. So it was Dolph, my mother-in-law, my brother-in-law and his wife, my husband, and me. I quickly averted my eyes from Kayla. I could feel a cold sweat trickling down my back. Every time I met Kayla, she never missed an opportunity to make snide remarks, and now it was all coming to a head. Why is this happening to me? Help me, Cody, Dolph! My name is Ashley Smith. 42 years old, I married Cody, who is a year older than me, last year, and we started living together. We rented a condo in the state next to where my husband's family lives. It's a small space, but it's enough for the two of us. I was just happy to be living with Cody. Dolph and his wife are both kind and have always treated me well. Even though I hadn't been married until now, Dolph runs the Smith Family Clinic in town. He's known as a kind and intelligent doctor, a pillar of the community. Originally, Cody was supposed to work at the Smith Family Clinic too, but Dolph suggested he work at a general hospital in our state instead. Cody joked, "Maybe Dad has disowned me." But I don't think that's the case. Cody may not realize it, but he's a popular doctor among his patients. He has good looks and is especially liked by older patients because he's empathetic. I met Cody at the hospital where he works shortly after I started working there as a temporary worker. As we interacted professionally, Cody started inviting me out for meals. There were many young women at work, but we were close in age and got along well. A year ago, Cody proposed and I immediately said, "Yes, please." I was supposed to work for only a year, but my boss has kept me on because of my performance. I'm still a temporary worker, but the work environment is good and everything is going smoothly. I had no complaints about my life. However, the problem arose shortly after I married Cody.
This is Cody's wife. She's getting on in years.
There was a family meeting because of the marriage. On my side, I lost my father early on and am an only child. So it was just my mother and us, a peaceful family meeting. The issue came up when I met Cody's brother James and his wife Kayla. Well, yes, Cody and I are close in age, so we get along.
But no matter how close in age you are, you're not that pretty.
Kayla, who is my sister-in-law, was 34 at the time, 10 years younger than her husband James, who was 44. And to top it off, Kayla was stunningly beautiful. Kayla, who understands her own beauty, seemed to look down on me, who is older and not as attractive. Apparently, Kayla comes from a wealthy family and seems to look down on ordinary people because she was raised in affluence. Kayla, don't be too harsh. If every woman were as cute as you, no one would be getting married late. Haha.
You're right, James. You're so smart.
James, Cody's brother, also works at the Smith Family Clinic. Unlike Cody, he has a cold demeanor that has patients asking for a different doctor. Yet, he's clueless about being disliked and proudly claims, "I'm the best doctor in town." James, Kayla, can you please stop bad-mouthing Ashley? Cody steps in to defend me as Kayla and James continue to mock me. What's gotten into you? It's because you can't read the room that you're not working at the Smith Family Clinic. You're on the successor track, working at another hospital. Who cares about that right now? What kind of husband would I be if I didn't stand up for my wife? Cody,
You're taking this woman seriously. Soon enough, it'll be proven that she's not fit for the Smith family.
Kayla's words were harsh. From the day we first met until now, she's never missed an opportunity to insult me. Despite Kayla's constant nitpicking, Cody and I usually enjoy our married life. Can I go to the beauty salon today? Sure, go ahead and refresh yourself. Cody is always considerate of me. Now, in our second year of marriage, he's a good husband who respects my opinions. I was looking forward to a day out alone, planning to enjoy some window shopping after going to the beauty salon. I got my hair cut and even had it permed. I'm in my 40s, but I still want to enjoy fashion, and I want Cody to continue finding me attractive. Despite Kayla's snide comments, Cody likes the way I look. To keep him from being disappointed, I have been mindful of my appearance. Feeling uplifted by my makeover, I was excitedly wondering what to look at in the various boutiques and accessory stores.
Oh, Ashley.
Kayla. My good mood was ruined when I noticed Kayla approaching. She was carrying bags from high-end brands and wearing heels that were about 4 inches high.
What's with that hairstyle, trying to look young? No matter what you do, you won't change.
This is my choice, Kayla. It has nothing to do with you. I couldn't help but snap back at her. I have never said anything mean to Kayla, yet she's always hostile towards me.
Oh, wow, how pathetic. Dolph would be embarrassed to have you as his daughter-in-law looking like that. I wouldn't want to walk next to you either.
Leave me alone. How I look is my business.
Getting all serious? How embarrassing. You can't even effort to shop, you poor thing.
Kayla spat out those words and walked away. Her nasty comments felt like mud sinking to the bottom of my stomach, making me feel sick. Considering she's a stay-at-home wife yet always buying high-end items, I can only assume her wealthy parents are giving her money. Kayla flaunts money she didn't earn and belittles others. I can't stand how she uses her youth and beauty to look down on me. But if it were just the occasional snide remark when we met, I could have endured it. I could have just tuned her out, thinking about complex things like the origins of the universe during our once or twice a year family gatherings. However, Kayla's harassment didn't stop at family events.
Ashley, you're free right now, aren't you?
A few weeks later, I received a message from Kayla. We never usually communicate, so I was on guard when I saw her first ever message. What is it? Knowing Kayla dislikes me, I assumed it would be something straightforward. I braced myself and asked her what she wanted.
Something terrible has happened.
Terrible?
Yes, take a look at this photo.
Kayla sent me a picture. It showed the back of a man and a woman walking together, the man's right hand supporting the woman's back. At first glance, they looked like a couple. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw the man's back. Cody?
Exactly. Isn't this bad? He's definitely cheating, right?
That can't be. I looked closely at the photo again. Though he wasn't in his white coat, the stripped polo shirt was unmistakably one I had bought for Cody, and the hairstyle and height were all him. My head started to spin at the reality before me. What's going on, Cody?
My college friend happened to see this and took the photo. She's a patient at the hospital where you both work, so she recognized Cody.
Being a doctor, Cody is easily recognized by the public. That's how this incriminating photo was taken. Have you said anything to Cody?
No, not yet. I thought I would show you first.
I was at a loss for words. Memories of the happy times I'd spent with my husband flashed through my mind. He had always been kind to me, always on my side. But was all that kindness a lie?
What will you do? Divorce him? It's only natural since he's cheating.
My hand trembled as I held my phone. I wished this were a dream, but the photo proved it was real. I'm sorry, I can't think straight right now.
Of course, if you're going to divorce, better do it soon. You're not getting any younger, Ashley. Time's running out to find your next husband.
I could vividly imagine Kayla's mocking smile on the other end of the phone. What should I do? That night, I couldn't sleep and greeted the morning with a heavy heart. The next day, Cody noticed my gloomy face worn from lack of sleep and asked me with a concerned look, "Ashley, is something wrong?" I hesitated to tell Cody what Kayla had told me yesterday. If he really was cheating, he might lose his affection for me for discovering it. More importantly, I wasn't sure if I could forgive him. Either way, our marriage was undoubtedly in jeopardy. Well, about that, if you're troubled about something, talk to me. I'm here to listen. Cody, he looked straight into my eyes. Seeing his sincere gaze, I couldn't believe he would cheat on me. I decided it was better to consult with the man I love than to keep it to myself. I showed him the photo that Kayla had shown me yesterday. Kayla showed me this photo. What? Why does she have a photo like this? She said a friend of hers who goes to our hospital took it. In this photo, you look very close to this woman. What's going on? Honestly, I was terrified to hear the truth. If he seemed flustered after seeing the photo, it would confirm he was cheating. At that time, I too will have to lose my temper. I braced myself for him to say, "I like this woman," and closed my eyes. "She's a patient." "What?" "I happened to run into her in town and she looked unwell. She was just a bit anemic, but I'm glad it wasn't anything serious." Anemic? At first, I suspected Cody might be lying. But looking closely at the photo, it did appear that he was helping the woman walk. Not like they were involved in an affair. Exactly. It's good I happened to be there. But what did Kayla want by showing you this photo? She said you were cheating. Cheating? I would never do that. I love you too much, Ashley. Cody, I am sorry for doubting you. You were worried about this? I'm sorry I didn't notice you were being harassed. Even though I had doubted him, he was still concerned for me. His kindness warmed my heart. I want to cherish this man for the rest of my life and stay by his side. No matter what Kayla says in the future, I will trust Cody. Still, what Kayla did was terrible. She tried to make it look like I was cheating because she doesn't like you, Ashley. She's trying to break us up. What a person! Now that I think about it, it was all a trap. But if we let this go, Kayla might harass us again. Don't worry, I have a good idea. A good idea? Yes, leave it to me. You don't have to worry about anything, Ashley. 2 weeks had passed since I consulted Cody about Kayla. I knew he was working behind the scenes to get back at her, but I deliberately didn't ask what he was doing. It was a weekend, a week later, when we were called by Dolph for an important announcement. It was around the end of the year and we were planning to visit Cody's parents. Cody and I, along with my in-laws and Kayla and her husband James, were to meet at a high-end restaurant arranged by my in-laws. Dolph and Melinda were running a bit late, so Cody, James, Kayla, and I waited for them in a private room.
Oh, Ashley's here too? This place is for winners only. Poor people like you should just go home.
Kayla, again, how could you? Just as Cody was struggling to contain his anger at James and Kayla's snide remarks, then you should leave.
What?
The door to the private room opened and Dolph and Melinda walked in. Kayla, who was just making a snide remark, looked surprised at Dolph.
Dolph, what are you saying? Ashley comes from a single-parent home and isn't suitable to support the Smith family clinic. I can support it.
You're saying Ashley's upbringing is bad? You're the one with a bad upbringing.
What? Why? We're wealthy, so of course we are well-bred.
Clearly, you don't even understand what well-bred means. Dolph holds his head in disbelief. Melinda chimes in from beside him. Kayla, we have heard from Cody you have been harassing Ashley quite a bit.
What?
Kayla probably never thought her in-laws would find out about her actions. Her eyes widen in disbelief. People call it a bad upbringing when you talk badly about and belittle others.
What did you say?
We were planning to discuss the successor of Smith Family Clinic today. If it's about a successor, it should be me, right? Cody doesn't even work with us. Why bring this up now? No. The successor is Cody. What? Why? Damn it! Why would I let my incompetent brother take over? The one who's incompetent is you. You let your wife harass your brother's wife and you even join in. Dolph says this clearly to James. James seems to want to argue, but Dolph's argument is too sound and he freezes on the spot. Taking James' place in barking back is once again Kayla.
Dolph, why aren't you scolding Cody?
What?
Cody is cheating.
I had a bad feeling about this meeting from the start. When I heard Kayla was coming, I suspected she might make a fuss about Cody cheating. Even if the information is wrong, Dolph and Melinda can't hide their shock when they hear the word cheating. Their eyes visibly shake.
You must be surprised. Your son, who you thought was a loving husband, is cheating. I have evidence. Look.
Kayla shows the in-laws the infamous photo. To an outsider, it indeed looks like Cody and the woman are in an inappropriate relationship. If someone told me my sincere child was cheating, I would be devastated, especially when his wife is right there. But that photo is wrong. Cody himself denied it. I trust him from the bottom of my heart. Kayla, that photo is not evidence of cheating.
What? You admitted it was cheating the other day, didn't you?
No, you're wrong. Cody is not cheating. He said so himself.
Are you stupid? No one would admit to cheating.
Kayla seems desperate to prove Cody's infidelity in front of her in-laws. Oh, what can I say to make her understand? Is everything I say useless? Will she dismiss me just because I'm poor? I don't want to just stand here silently. As I clenched my fists and closed my eyes, I felt Cody's hand touch my back. I'm not cheating. If anyone is cheating here, it's you.
What are you saying? There's evidence in the photo. You're just making it hard on yourself.
No. The woman in that photo is a patient. I happened to run into her and she was anemic, so I helped her. Look, I even have her medical records.
Is that true? You can fabricate those easily.
I would never waver for another woman as long as I have Ashley. If you can't believe that, fine. As long as Ashley believes in me.
Cody.
Tears spilled from my eyes at his words. Yes, he believes in me so much. Even if my whole family calls me a cheater, I believe you'll stand by me. Besides, are you okay with calling me a cheater?
What are you talking about?
Isn't Kayla the one who's cheating? My husband rummages through his bag and pulls out an envelope.
What's about to happen? What's in that envelope?
This is evidence of Kayla's infidelity. I had a private investigator look into it.
What? A private investigator?
Everyone in the room gasps as they look at the photos and reports my husband lays on the table. There are pictures of Kayla walking arm in arm with a flashy man entering a hotel, and reports documenting their phone conversation. So this was Cody's good idea? He anticipated Kayla accusing him of cheating and turned the tables by exposing her. I always found it strange. James is frugal, but Kayla is always decked out in high-end fashion accessories. I suspected she was getting money from someone. Hey, what are you saying? I give Kayla money too. James protests, but Kayla's face is flushed. Her expression tells the story. She's been cheating. As you can see, I looked into it. Sorry, James. Don't get cocky. People can be impulsive, you know. James is visibly shocked and irritated. Melinda also covers her mouth, saying, "What on earth?" Impulsive? Well, whatever. But can you really say that, James? What do you mean? I had you investigated too, James. Turns out you're also cheating. What? My husband pulls out more evidence from another large envelope, this time capturing James in the act. I never thought James would also be cheating. The developments are so shocking. I can hardly keep up. James, what are you doing? Are you trying to ruin the reputation of Smith Family Clinic? No, this is different. Look, just like Cody, she's a patient. We just happened to meet on the street. Do you usually get that close to just a patient with your arm around her waist? Ugh. James has no chance but to admit his infidelity. With this much evidence, no one can deny it. Kayla, who now knows not only she but also her husband has been cheating, stands there with her mouth open. She can't say anything because she is guilty of the same thing. James and Kayla, you are two of a kind. Doing something this dishonest and then speaking ill of Ashley, there is no way Dad would approve. Cody's right. The successor will be Cody. Dolph clenches his fist as he makes the final decision. A look of relief spreads across Cody's face. I also breathe a sigh of relief. Damn it. James curses and leaves the room. Kayla tries to follow, but Dolph grabs her hand. Wait a minute.
What? I have no more business with this family.
You may not have business with this family, but you do with Ashley. Apologize to her for everything you have done.
Why should I apologize to this poor person?
Oh, you don't know, do you? Ashley is far from poor.
What?
Ashley's parents were the CEOs of a major car manufacturing company, but she doesn't want to rely on her parents or be prejudiced for being wealthy. So she keeps it to herself. Dolph tells Kayla about my family background. That's right. My family is considered wealthy by societal standards, but talking about it can sometimes lead to uncomfortable situations. Plus, since my father passed away, my mother and I have been living modestly despite having money. So I've chosen not to talk much about my family. Ashley is kind and considerate. Cody told me that patients always compliment how friendly and pleasant the receptionist is. Kayla, the one who's truly poor is you. Poor in spirit, and that's sad. Being praised by both Dolph and Melinda feels a bit awkward, but it's nice to feel recognized for my efforts. Kayla distorts her face in frustration and finally says,
"Fine, my bad,"
before storming off. When James and Kayla leave, we all let out a huge sigh of relief. Dolph, Melinda, and Cody, thank you for standing up for me. It's only natural, Ashley. You always do the right thing. Yes, we know how much you trust Cody. We are truly grateful to have someone like you in our family, Ashley. Thank you for being Cody's wife. Tears welled up in my eyes at their words. I vow to continue believing in Cody. Now, let's have a delicious meal. We must all be hungry.
Yes!
Later on, James and Kayla divorced and Kayla left the Smith family. She must have regretted losing her doctor husband, especially after hearing that I come from money. She's struggling to find a job, having been a housewife all this time. Her affair partner dumped her, saying it was just a fling, and she seems to be falling apart both mentally and physically. James, now shunned by Dolph and sulking, decided to take a leave of absence. Dolph insisted seeing an unstable doctor would make patients uneasy. Meanwhile, Cody is working harder than ever, now that he's confirmed as a successor to Smith Family Clinic. It turns out Dolph had wanted Cody, not the cunning James, to be the successor for quite some time. He had planned for Cody to gain experience in a larger hospital first. I was offered a full-time position at Smith Family Clinic by Dolph. The salary is higher and the benefits are better. I was so happy to be recognized by Dolph that I immediately accepted. Are you sure it's okay?
Of course, I can entrust Smith Family Clinic and Cody to you, Ashley.
Thank you. I look forward to working with you. Though I was harassed by Kayla and worried about what would happen, I know there are people who see and appreciate my hard work, and someone who loves me unconditionally. That alone makes me truly happy.